Hi everyone. This is what happened to me when I got government housing part 37. On the 8th of the 11th, 2016, I was volunteering at my job in the second-hand store when someone left a message on my phone. When I listened to the message, the caller said that they were Rob from the police. So I rang Rob from the police back and he said that he wanted to confirm my email address and claimed that he needed to get to me quickly and couldn't write me a letter by hard copy mail. I gave him my email address and the call ended without him telling me his rank or anything else. Later that evening, I received a call from 0458 458 161. And once again, the caller didn't leave a message. So later I checked my emails and I had received an email from an officer named Rob from the police conduct unit. And all the email said was that he wanted to confirm my email address. So this was now the second time that I was being asked to confirm my email address, and I did. And this was the same behaviour that I got from every level of the police all the time. It was always me giving out as much information as I possibly could and them basically telling me absolutely nothing, to the point where to be honest, I even doubted that I was dealing with the police because they gave me so little information and I had no reason to believe that it was them. But obviously I was in a desperate situation. I wanted to cooperate as much as I could. I don't know why he would need to ring me to confirm my email address and then email me to confirm my email address. It seemed ridiculous. And I already had enough to do without the police playing cloak and dagger with me. This behaviour is one of the reasons why I kept telling them that I wanted them to contact me by mail. There was literally no way for me to stop them from stalling me and from stonewalling me. I found dealing with the police pointless and excruciating, but it was something that I had to go through as part of going through the court process. You may have noticed that I published the phone number that I got on this day, and that's because I was getting phone call after phone call after phone call from mobile phones, and the callers didn't leave messages. So it basically constituted harassment. So clearly, my attitude is if someone's harassing me and they're not being forthcoming with me, I feel that I have a right to put their number out there. The callers could have been the respondent for all I knew, or someone calling me on behalf of him, so I didn't want to pick up the phone. I was in a situation where all these people were ringing me and I didn't know who the hell they were, and they didn't tell me who they were. So I really had no choice other than to ignore their calls. In some ways, maybe I'm hoping that the people calling me will come forward to explain what they were doing. And if they feel bad about having their number published, think about how I felt after being assaulted time and time again and having, what I thought were weirdos ringing me all the time. On the 9th of the 11th, 2016, I received a call from 0458 458 046 and 0438 588 080, but neither of the callers left a message. I didn't think it was the police because they had asked to confirm my email address and I thought they would be emailing me. On the 10th of the 11th, 2016, another person rang me from 042 5 746 022, but they didn't leave a message either. It was getting to the point where I wanted to get my phone number changed. It seemed that there was a whole heap of people who were ringing me and they never left messages, so I never found out who they were. It was nerve-wracking and creepy. On the 11th of the 11th, 2016, I was exhausted because the respondents seemed to be banging on my ceiling a lot more than normal. Also, my eyes were very sore. I don't know if I saw a doctor about it, but it was worrying. I assume that I had sore eyes because of lack of sleep, but it may also have been because of the chemical smells that were coming into my unit. I counted up all the different mobile numbers that had been calling me, and it was 9. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't understand how 9 different people would be ringing me at the same time, and these were all strangers. It was making me very nervous, but I had to suppress my fear to get through every day. I was still waiting for the officer from Police Command to email me and trying to raise my daughter and working on my case and hoping that I would get compensation so I'd be able to get away for a while. I had written a complaint to IBAC sometime previously, and I received a letter from them on this day saying that they would not investigate my complaint. So I was really disappointed. I felt like I was being crushed under all of the responsibility that I had in dealing with my case on my own, and I just wanted someone to step forward and help me with it. The respondent was banging on my ceiling so hard that I heard the plaster cracking. I took a photo of one of the cracks on my walls, which you can see here, and painfully, there's a poster that my daughter made for me for Mother's Day right next to the crack. And this is ironic given all the problems that the respondent caused in my life and all the problems that he caused with my family. I didn't report the crack to the department at the time because I didn't feel I could deal with that on top of everything else that I was already dealing with. I received a phone call from another police inspector regarding another complaint that I'd made, and after discussing the complaint, the inspector said that he would write me a letter. Once again, I don't know why this inspector rang me when I always stipulated that I wanted to be contacted by mail or email. I also received another call from 0428 973 367, and the caller didn't leave a message, and this was now the 10th mobile number that I'd had calls from where they didn't leave a message. At night, I made a special effort to talk to my daughter about everything that was going on. I promised her I was doing everything I could to keep us safe, and I told her about all the things I'd been doing. And I said that a police inspector had called me and maybe things would be getting better. I don't think she believed me, but I pretended that she did, so I could look positive about the situation. She had seen the respondent assault me and knew that he hadn't been charged, and she knew about all the other things as well. And even though I knew it wasn't my fault, I felt bad about not being able to protect her. All I thought about was her safety and my safety, and I was never going to give up, and I wanted her to understand that.